Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. for no reason? You check the time, your heart beats a little faster, and an eerie silence fills the room. What if I told you this isn't just random? What if this strange wake-up call means something, and the worst mistake is ignoring it? If you've ever found yourself awake at this mysterious hour, never do these things, or you might unknowingly invite danger, negativity, or even block your own success. Stay with me till the end, because what I'm about to tell you might change the way you look at this time forever. But before we dive deep, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on powerful content like this. Now, let's get started. 1. Don't check your phone immediately. It's a huge mistake. The first thing you do, you grab your phone, and that's where everything goes wrong. Let's be honest, what's the first thing most people do when they wake up, no matter what time it is? They reach for their phone. It's automatic. Your hand moves before your brain even fully wakes up. 1 second you're in the middle of sleep, and the next, you're staring at a blindingly bright screen, scrolling through notifications, texts, and social media. Seems harmless, right? Wrong. If you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and immediately check your phone, you're making a mistake that could ruin your entire night, and even your entire next day. Why? Because at this hour, your mind is in a hypersensitive and vulnerable state. Your brain is not fully awake, yet not fully asleep. It's in a delicate balance, and anything you expose yourself to in this moment has a powerful effect on your subconscious. The hidden danger behind your phone screen. Think about this. You grab your phone and see a random text from work. A message that wasn't meant to be stressful, but now, at this strange hour, your brain starts overanalyzing it. Or maybe you open social media. A post reminds you of something bad, an unsettling news article, or even just mindless scrolling that stimulates your brain too much, making it impossible to go back to sleep peacefully. And here's where it gets extreme. Studies show that checking your phone immediately after waking up floods your brain with dopamine and cortisol. Dopamine gives you that brief pleasure of checking messages and scrolling, but it's temporary, and your brain craves more, keeping you awake. Cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes when you see something triggering or anxiety-inducing. And guess what? At 3 a.m., when your mind is extra sensitive, this hit of stress is much stronger than if you saw the same message at 3 p.m. By checking your phone, you're disrupting your entire nervous system. You go from a state of rest to mental chaos in seconds. But it gets worse. The light from your phone screen does something even more damaging. Your brain naturally produces melatonin, the sleep hormone, during the night. It signals your body to stay in rest mode. But the bright blue light from your phone shuts down melatonin production instantly, tricking your body into thinking it's morning. What happens next? You suddenly feel more awake, restless, and unable to sleep again, even if you're exhausted. You've just sabotaged your own rest. So what should you do instead? Here's what you should do the moment you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. instead of grabbing your phone. Pause. Don't move immediately. Just lay there and take a few deep breaths. Observe how you feel. Are you anxious? Calm? Do you feel like something woke you up for a reason? Close your eyes again and focus on your breathing. This keeps your nervous system relaxed and increases the chances of naturally falling back asleep. Your body might be waking you up for a reason. Maybe your subconscious is trying to tell you something. Maybe it's a moment of deep reflection, or maybe it's even something spiritual. But if the first thing you do is grab your phone, you drown out that message before you even have a chance to listen to it. So the next time you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., remember this. The worst thing you can do is check your phone. Your mind is delicate, your energy is vulnerable, and one wrong move could ruin everything. Put the phone down, stay still, pay attention. You might just learn something important. 2. Don't speak loudly or call someone. It's more dangerous than you think. What happens between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. isn't random, it's a time of power. Have you ever noticed that waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. feels different? The silence is heavier, the air feels thicker. Even the shadows seem to move differently. This isn't just in your head. These hours have been feared and respected across cultures, religions, and ancient traditions for centuries. Some call it the spiritual hour. Others call it the witching hour. It's when the veil between our world and the unknown is at its thinnest. Some believe it's when the universe is trying to communicate with you. Others warn that it's when dark energies are at their strongest. Either way, one thing is certain: what you do during this time matters, and the worst mistake, speaking loudly or calling someone. Why speaking loudly at this hour is a big mistake. When you speak loudly, you're doing more than just breaking the silence. You're disrupting the energy of the night. Think of it like this. During the day, the world is filled with noise, conversations, car horns, television, constant movement. This noise keeps things grounded in the physical world. But at night, especially between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., everything is still. The world is quiet, making it the perfect time for the unseen to be more active. When you suddenly speak loudly, it's like tearing a hole in this stillness. It's like sending out a beacon, alerting everything around you, both seen and unseen, to your presence, and you have no control over what hears you. Why calling someone can be even worse. If you're awake at this strange hour, your energy is already in a different state. Your mind is more sensitive, your thoughts are deeper, and your emotions are heightened. Now imagine calling someone and pulling them into this energy. The person on the other end might be in deep sleep, and suddenly their subconscious is jolted awake into an unfamiliar state. They might wake up feeling unsettled without knowing why. And worse, if there is a negative energy present during this hour, you might be unknowingly passing that energy onto them. Think about it. Have you ever received a late-night call and felt strange, even after hanging up? That's because late-night conversations carry a different weight than daytime ones. Now amplify that by 10 when it's between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. The extreme side, what ancient beliefs say. Many ancient traditions warn against speaking unnecessarily at this hour because of what you might invite. In Chinese culture, the belief is that the energy of yin, associated with the unseen, spirits, and the subconscious, is strongest at night. Speaking loudly can disturb spirits that prefer silence. In Islamic teachings, it is said that the last third of the night is when the unseen world is most active. Disturbing this time with unnecessary noise can attract attention from things you don't want around. In Western folklore, 3 a.m. is often referred to as the devil's hour, a time when supernatural activity is heightened and certain energies roam freely. Regardless of whether you believe in these spiritual aspects or not, one thing is clear. Human intuition tells us that this time of night feels different for a reason. What should you do instead? If you find yourself waking up and feeling the urge to speak, pause. Ask yourself, why do I feel the need to talk right now? Am I feeling anxious, or is something telling me to speak? What if I just stayed silent and observed instead? Instead of calling someone or speaking loudly, try this. Whisper or stay silent. If you must talk, do it softly, as if you're speaking to yourself. Write down your thoughts instead of speaking them. This way, you're expressing yourself without disrupting the energy of the night. Listen. If you feel uneasy, just sit still and listen to your surroundings. Sometimes silence tells you more than words ever could. Final warning. Silence is your protection. If you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., remember, your voice is powerful, but it can also be dangerous if used carelessly. Speaking loudly can disrupt the balance, draw attention to yourself, and invite energies you don't understand. Calling someone can pass on unknown emotions or disturb their subconscious in ways you can't predict. The safest thing to do? Stay silent, observe, and protect your energy. If you've ever woken up during these hours and felt something strange, let me know in the comments. Have you ever spoken or called someone and regretted it? And remember, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say nothing at all. 3. Don't go back to sleep immediately. Without understanding why you woke up, it could be a warning. Your body doesn't wake up randomly. There's always a reason. Have you ever woken up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. feeling a little off, but instead of questioning it, you just rolled over and forced yourself back to sleep? Most people assume it's just bad sleep or random restlessness. But what if I told you that waking up at this hour is never random? What if I told you that your body, your subconscious, or even the universe itself might be trying to send you a message? Forcing yourself back to sleep immediately without understanding why you woke up could mean missing something important, something that might change your life if you just paid attention. And here's where it gets extreme. Some ancient beliefs say that waking up at this hour is a spiritual call. Others warn that it could be a sign of negative energy, a shift in your subconscious, or even an internal alarm from your own body. So before you bury yourself under your blanket and ignore it, ask yourself, what if this moment was meant for you to wake up? What if this wasn't an accident? Your mind, your body, and the unknown, why you might be waking up. First, your mind is processing something unfinished. Your subconscious is constantly working, even while you sleep. If you wake up at this hour, it might be because your brain is trying to process a thought, a fear, or a decision that you've been avoiding. Have you been suppressing emotions, ignoring a gut feeling? Your mind doesn't forget. If something is unresolved, it might wake you up to face it. Second, your body might be sending a warning. Waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. could also be your body trying to alert you to something. Stress, anxiety, even deeper health concerns. Your body has ways of waking you up when something isn't right. Many people who experience high stress or suppressed emotions find themselves awake at these hours without knowing why. Third, a spiritual awakening or a message from the universe. If you believe in energy, intuition, or the unseen world, then this is the most powerful reason of all. Many cultures believe that this specific window of time is when the spiritual world is most active. Some say it's the universe trying to communicate with you, giving you clarity when the world is silent. Others believe it's a sign of awakening, a moment when you are meant to reflect, not sleep. Why going back to sleep immediately can be a mistake. Imagine this. You wake up at 3:45 a.m. Your heart is beating slightly faster. Your mind feels alert, but instead of questioning why, you force yourself back to sleep. The next morning, you don't remember waking up at all, but throughout the day, something feels off. A heaviness, a vague sense that you missed something. Maybe your body was trying to warn you about something health-related. Maybe your mind was about to reveal a realization that could change your life. Maybe it was a message, but you ignored it. What if that moment was meant for you to wake up? What if you were supposed to listen? What you should do instead of forcing sleep? Next time you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., don't just roll over and ignore it. Instead, try this. Sit up for a moment. Don't rush to sleep. Just breathe. Ask yourself, why am I awake? What's on your mind? How do you feel? Scan your body. Is there discomfort? A racing heart? Any strange feelings? If a thought or memory comes up, don't push it away. Maybe this is your moment to reflect. Write something down. If you feel something significant, note it. Many people have had their most important realizations at this time of night. If you still feel like sleeping after this, that's fine, but don't ignore the moment without at least acknowledging it first. Final thought. This might be the most important wake-up call of your life. Waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. isn't just a sleep issue. It's a moment of awareness, a rare, quiet time when the world is still and you can truly listen to yourself. So the next time you wake up and feel the urge to bury your head under the blanket and force sleep, stop. Ask yourself, what if this is the most important wake-up call of my life? You might just find an answer that changes everything. If you've ever woken up at this hour and felt something strange, tell me in the comments. Have you ever had a realization at 3 a.m. that changed your life? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because some things in life aren't random, and this might be one of them. 4. Don't ignore strange sounds or feelings. They might not be in your imagination. Have you ever woken up at 3 a.m. and felt something watching you? It starts subtly. A shift in the atmosphere, a feeling you can't quite explain. Maybe the air feels thicker, like something unseen is present. Maybe you hear a faint sound, a whisper of movement, a light knock, a barely noticeable creak. And yet you tell yourself, it's nothing, just my imagination. But what if it isn't? What if your instincts are trying to tell you something? Waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is already significant, but ignoring strange sounds, sensations, or gut feelings at this hour can be a mistake. Many cultures and spiritual traditions believe that this is when energies are at their peak, and not all of them are friendly. Some call it the spiritual hour. Others call it the devil's hour. Whatever you believe, one thing is certain. Your intuition is heightened at this time. Ignoring that uneasy feeling could mean missing an important warning, one that could protect you from something unseen but very real. Why this feeling is more than just your imagination. First, your senses are more sensitive at this hour. When you wake up suddenly at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., your brain is still in a highly suggestible state. This makes you more aware of things you'd normally ignore, like the subtle energy in a room, faint sounds, or a shift in the environment. Some researchers say that during deep sleep cycles, the subconscious mind is more in tune with things we usually suppress during the day. Second, science confirms that our instincts are stronger in darkness. Studies show that humans have heightened alertness at night, a survival instinct carried from our ancestors. When we sense something unusual at night, our brain is triggering a defense mechanism. It's the same reason animals become more cautious in the dark. Nighttime is when we are most vulnerable. Third, the spiritual and paranormal belief. What if something is actually there? Many cultures believe that 3 a.m. is the time when the veil between worlds is thinnest. It's said to be when spirits, energies, and even negative entities are most active. If you wake up feeling watched, hearing strange noises, or sensing a shift in the atmosphere, some believe this is because something is trying to make its presence known. What you should never do if you feel something strange at 3 a.m. 1. Don't brush it off as just your imagination. Your mind and body communicate with you through intuition, those gut feelings that something is off. If you suddenly feel fear, chills, or an urge to stay still, trust that instinct. Your subconscious may be picking up on something your conscious mind hasn't fully registered yet. 2. Don't speak out loud or challenge the presence. Some cultures warn against speaking out loud to something unseen, especially at this hour. Mocking or challenging an unknown energy could invite it closer or intensify its presence. Instead, stay calm and remain observant. 3. Don't ignore sudden cold spots or unusual noises. If you feel a sudden temperature drop or hear repeated, unexplained noises, don't dismiss it too quickly. Many reports of paranormal experiences involve cold spots, electronic disturbances, and repetitive, unexplained sounds. Even if you don't believe in spirits, these could still be warning signs of something physical, like a break-in or a hidden danger nearby. What you should do instead: protect your energy and stay aware. If you wake up at 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. and feel something strange, here's what you should do. Stay calm. Fear can amplify sensations, so take deep breaths. Acknowledge the feeling. Instead of pushing it away, mentally say, "I am aware of this energy, but I do not allow it to harm me." Avoid sudden movements. If you feel uneasy, sit up slowly instead of jerking awake. If you are religious or spiritual, say a prayer or affirmation. Many believe that spiritual protection can strengthen your energy. Check your surroundings. If you hear something unusual, observe before reacting. Sometimes it's your environment, sometimes it's more. Final thought: not every presence is meant to be ignored. When you wake up at 3 a.m. and feel something strange, you have two choices: ignore it, roll over, and pretend it's nothing. Acknowledge it, observe, and trust your instincts. The world is full of mysteries. Whether it's science, spirituality, or something beyond explanation, one thing is certain: your body knows when something is off. So next time you wake up in the silent hours of the night and feel a presence, ask yourself, is this just my imagination, or is there something I need to see? Because sometimes the scariest things aren't the ones we see, they're the ones we choose to ignore. If you've ever woken up at this hour and felt something strange, share your experience in the comments. Do you believe in unexplained energies, or do you think it's all just in the mind? Some things in life remain unseen, but that doesn't mean they aren't real. 5. Don't eat or drink anything unhealthy. It's more dangerous than you think. Waking up hungry at 3 a.m.? Think twice before you eat. It's the middle of the night. You wake up feeling restless, maybe a little uneasy, and then that familiar craving kicks in. You feel hungry. The urge to grab a snack or drink something sweet feels almost instinctive. So you get out of bed, wander into the kitchen, open the fridge, and take a bite of something quick and satisfying. Maybe it's a sugary snack, maybe it's a greasy leftover. You eat, thinking it will help you go back to sleep. But what if this small act is doing more harm than you realize? What if eating at this hour is disrupting your body's natural cycle and even affecting your mind in ways you don't understand? Many people underestimate the impact of eating or drinking anything unhealthy between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. But this is a critical time for your body, your digestion, and even your subconscious mind. This is not just about gaining weight or digestion, it's about what happens inside you at this particular hour. Your body is in detox mode. Don't disrupt it. At this hour, your body is not in an active state of digestion, it's in a state of deep repair. While you sleep, your organs work behind the scenes to cleanse toxins, repair cells, and balance your internal systems. Between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., your body is in detox mode. Your liver is processing toxins. Your digestive system is resting and resetting. Your brain is clearing out unnecessary information from the day. When you eat unhealthy food at this hour, you're forcing your body to shift its focus. Instead of continuing its natural detox and healing process, your body suddenly has to digest food, which throws everything off balance. Result? Your body doesn't complete its detox process properly. You wake up feeling more tired, bloated, or sluggish. Your energy levels drop the next day. Eating at this hour can trigger Strange and unsettling dreams. Ever had a weird, unsettling, or even nightmarish dream after eating something late at night? That's not just a coincidence. Your subconscious mind is highly active during the early morning hours. This is when deep sleep cycles transition into REM sleep, the stage where dreams occur. Eating unhealthy food, especially processed or sugary snacks, can disturb this process. How? Sugar and caffeine stimulate the nervous system, making your brain overactive when it should be in a state of relaxation. Greasy and heavy foods cause your digestive system to work harder, which can raise body temperature and disrupt deep sleep. Spicy or processed foods can trigger an increased heart rate, leading to more vivid, unsettling, and sometimes nightmarish dreams. The link between nighttime eating and anxiety. Did you know that eating high sugar or processed food late at night can actually trigger feelings of anxiety or restlessness? When you consume food at an unusual hour, especially junk food, it spikes your blood sugar, giving you a quick burst of energy when your body should be resting. After that burst, your blood sugar crashes, leaving you feeling uneasy, anxious, or even disoriented. This can lead to a cycle where you wake up again and again, never truly getting restful sleep. This is why many people wake up at 4 a.m. feeling strange, uneasy, or even slightly panicked, without knowing why. What should you do instead? If you wake up feeling hungry, don't rush to eat just anything. Instead, follow these steps. 1. Drink warm water or herbal tea. Instead, drinking warm water or caffeine-free herbal tea soothes your digestive system and helps your body stay in a relaxed state. Chamomile or peppermint tea can help you feel calm without disrupting your body's healing process. 2. Eat something light and natural, only if necessary. If the hunger is strong and you absolutely must eat, choose something light and natural like a handful of nuts, almonds or walnuts, a small banana, a spoonful of honey. These foods won't spike your blood sugar and will help you feel full without shocking your system. 3. Listen to your body. Are you actually hungry? Sometimes hunger at 3 a.m. isn't real hunger, it's a sign of something else. Ask yourself, am I actually hungry or just bored, restless or anxious? Did I eat too little during the day? Am I dehydrated instead of hungry? Most of the time, drinking a little water and taking deep breaths is enough to calm the body down and help you fall back asleep. Final thought: what you eat at 3 a.m. affects more than just your stomach. Eating at this hour isn't just a small habit. It can impact your body's natural healing process, your energy levels the next day, your dreams and subconscious mind, your mental and emotional state. So next time you wake up hungry between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., don't rush to eat junk food. Instead, listen to your body, choose wisely, and protect your energy. Because what you put into your body at this mysterious hour doesn't just affect your sleep. It affects your mind, your spirit, and your entire well-being. Have you ever woken up hungry at 3 a.m. and eaten something that made you feel weird afterward? Share your experience in the comments. As we conclude, waking up between 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. isn't something to be scared of, but it's not something to ignore either. It could be a sign of a spiritual awakening, deep stress, or even an unseen force trying to get your attention. Now that you know what not to do, the next time you wake up during these mysterious hours, pay attention. Your mind, body, or something beyond might be trying to tell you something important. If you found this video eye-opening, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss out on content that helps you grow stronger and wiser. Drop a comment below. Have you ever woken up at this hour and felt something strange? Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.